So I'm in Culver City, California right now, and I'm about to sit down with the founder of Coolhaus Ice Cream. You might know Coolhaus from Instagram, Whole Foods, pretty much every grocery store on the block. But Natasha Case left a corporate job working at Walt Disney World in animation to start a company with her girlfriend at the time. They ended up taking a U-Haul that didn't even have any service and took this truck to Coachella, where they sold out of this ice cream that they made in the back of this truck. And then one tweet put Coolhaus into this viral phenomenon. So I'm ready to go and sit with Natasha and figure out what set Coolhaus and her story apart. Let's go. So I just explained outside, we're at your very cool and chic office in Culver City, and I explained outside what sets Coolhaus apart. But Natasha, I really want to hear from you how you started this brand.
Yeah, so we have a very unique origin. For me, I was in architecture and design before this, so kind of an unusual journey from there to ice cream lady. What I was really aspiring to do is to use the design skill set to do more, I think, than the traditional path, which would be to design buildings, for example. And how could you take that skill set and the value of it and bring it somewhere else? And I think I also just found that food, it's so memorable, it's so fun, it's so engaging. And so when I started to think, like, how can I make my architecture more fun? How can I make this more accessible? Yeah. Finding food as a material to use to do that and really merging those two passions just opened up a whole new world to me. And I started playing around with a lot of what these ideas would mean.
So you went from making this sketch of this ice cream that you wanted, and then what did you guys do? Because that's really what is intriguing. What you guys did and how you got this truck that didn't even move to Coachella.
We couldn't afford a scoop shop at the time. The recession had just hit. We didn't really understand grocery, but we thought we could, an ice cream truck is possible for us. There's a lower barrier to entry. We could get this launched pretty quickly. We went on Craigslist. We found a beat-up postal van for $2,500. It did not drive at all. We towed it back to LA, where it sat at Freya's mom's house for 3 weeks. We held on just long enough to convince Coachella to let us launch there. The day of the festival, comes upon us, but you remember the truck doesn't drive, so how do we get it there? We figured out that if we joined AAA Platinum, we got one free 200-mile tow. So that morning, we pretended the truck broke down, even though it never drove, and they towed us to the desert. And just for the next few days, there was just this endless kind of excitement and build. I think by the time we got back from Coachella, we had about 10,000 followers, which really seemed like a lot at the time. And I think we were just able to, hold on to the reins and leverage that to get the brand fully off the ground, make the truck drivable, and just start to build that business.
Natasha, as a founder looking back, is there one piece of advice you wish you had filed away for your entrepreneur self now?
I think it's lightning in a bottle when you start a business. Probably the biggest risk you'll ever take. Yeah. No matter how big a risk you take down the line with that brand. It's weird, it's like as you continue to grow your business, you're technically farther from that self, but I find it to be very circular. I think I keep going back to why do we start this and what is this about? So it's just so important to stay connected instead of some people kind of disassociate because it's like, well, I didn't know anything when I started, so I'm so different than that. No, like it's kind of to me like a continuous line.
And knowing your purpose as well.
Knowing your purpose, yeah.
Natasha, where can everyone find you and Coolhaus on social media, and where can they find this amazing store to get their own ice cream sandwich?
Yeah, so Coolhaus for social is at Coolhaus on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's at COOLHAUS.
Well, this has been really fun. I gotta go finish my sandwich, but thank you so much for spending your afternoon with me and taking me back to my childhood.
My pleasure. Enjoy.
Thank you.